Still recording. Hello again, it's me Chaz back with another video. This one's my group 3 video now. So yesterday finally went to the went to the Centenario Stadium. Good time. Now I'm going to focus on group 3. So I'm going to go back to the Estadio Pocitos for one final time to discuss the match between Romania and Peru. Group 3 had, like I mentioned, Romania, Peru, and the World Cup hosts, Uruguay. This is their group. The other two matches that took place, both Uruguay's matches against Romania and Peru. So first, I believe it was Peru they played first, and then Romania. Those two games took place in the Estadio Centenario. So all the other matches took place. All of Uruguay's matches all took place in the Estadio Centenario. So one last trip to the Estadio Pocitos, and then yeah. So I'm happy to finally go up there again for one last time. Film a little bit more there. The match between Romania and Peru had the lowest attendance. As I mentioned, I believe only 300 people turned up to that game, but the stadium only filled about 1,000, so that's still pretty decent for its time, I would say. And that mentioned, Uruguay do end up top in this group, winning every game they were in the Estadio Centenario. So 2 good wins for them. But yeah, can't wait to go up there. So I'm gonna head up there now. And thanks again. Bye. Alright, I'm in the Estadio Pocitos, the area that used to be, for one final time. The other days I came here, I took an Uber. This time I walked, because it's not a far walk, it's only about 18 minutes from where my hotel's at. A pretty decent walk, to be fair. So I was talking about Group 3. Group 3 had the hosts, that's Uruguay. They were in Group 3, along with Peru and Romania. So Peru and Romania were the 2 nations that started. Again, because another reason would have been because of the Estadio Centenario still wasn't completely finished. So Peru and Romania were the 2 nations that were able to play that game. And like France and Mexico, they're the only 2 nations to play at this stadium as well. So I mentioned Romania. The Romanian team was convinced by King Carol II of Romania to compete at the World Cup. He told basically all the footballers, their employees and all that you know, he will still pay them, you know, play all the footballers, and so once they come back, they will all come back to a job. You know, they won't be messed over. So he was like a football person, I guess. And so with that, Romania was able to compete and become one of the 4 nations from Europe to make that long trip to Uruguay. Peru, on the other hand, it's not as long, but you know, they still was able to get here as well. So it's not as long because Peru's in South America, so it's not as long a trip, but still. With that said, I'm talking about trips, and even though a country might be closer to Uruguay, Mexico had the longest trip. I believe it was about almost a whole month they took to eventually get to Uruguay by ship. Lucky for me, I was able to take 2 planes, because I think there's no direct flight from the UK to Uruguay. So I got here by going to Sao Paulo first, bit of a long flight, and then from Sao Paulo to Montevideo, yeah, sorry, which wasn't as long, about 2-3 hours I think it was on the flight. Anyway, back to Group 1. Sorry, not Group 1, Group 3. Romania did win that match against Peru. That was a 3-1 win. Desu for Romania, he became Romania's first ever goal scorer at the World Cup. And there was an equaliser, by the way, sorry, for Peru. De Souza got an equaliser, so that made him Peru's first ever goal scorer. But 2 more goals from Romania, Stanicu and Kovacs. We have 2 goal scorers from Romania, making it a 3-1 win for them, and that was a good start for them. And because of that win, they would top their group. Forgot to mention. Give me a second. Alright, so this match, I keep forgetting to mention this. This stadium also, other than having the first World Cup goal scored, it also had the very first sending off, and that was in this match between Romania and Peru. Now, physical red cards wasn't shown into like the 70s, right? But you know, sending offs was still a thing in football. It's always been a thing in football for the most part, and that. So the first player for Peru, that got sent off, was Placido Galindo for Peru. So he became the very first player to ever get sent off. Yeah, so except this stadium got history, you know. At the end of the day, might not be here anymore. The stadium, like I said, the stadium might not be here anymore, and that, but there's still a plaque to, you know, celebrate the very first goal. And sorry, 1 second, it's getting in the way. Yeah, there's still a plaque to celebrate the very first goal at the World Cup. Still history again. So you got the first goal ever scored here, the first sending off here, and one of the first ever wins, the first match as well, of course, and one of the first wins as well. So that's a good one. And Romania did get their win, 3-1, and by winning 3-1, they topped the group for at least a couple of days. Alright, I'm going to be heading off. Alright, this is the plaque again. Also, it's cool passing it. It's probably going to be the last time I see it. But yeah, it's cool passing it. But yeah, this is I'm going to head off to the Centenario now to discuss the last 2 games that took place in Group 3, Group C. Those games both have the host Uruguay in it. They started first when they played Peru, which was a must win. Anyway, I'm going to head off there now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I've had fun making it. It's been a good couple of days here. It's almost been a week now since I've been here. Again, didn't have the best start, but I've been enjoying myself now, especially having a good walk around. Walked around yesterday, was really cool. Walked around a bit today as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to walk to the Centenario. I'm probably going to take a thing there, but yeah, this was good. Anyway, that's me done. I'll catch you in a bit. Bye. Also, I'd like to apologise because I know I butchered the pronunciation on quite a few of those players' names and that. But yeah, so my bad. I'm trying to improve on it, but I'll do better next time. I'll try anyway. Yeah. Alright, still recording. So again, I'm still in the Estadio Centenario Uruguay. Got to talk about all the games, well, the rest of the games in Group 3, which Uruguay, the hosts, were in, and all Uruguay's games took place at the Estadio Centenario Uruguay, all three, and the very first game to ever take place in this stadium was between Peru and Uruguay. After Peru's defeat to Romania, Peru needed to win this match to stand any chance to still be in the World Cup. What happened was Uruguay hard-fought 1-0 win over Peru in the very first match at the World Cup. So they was able to get a 1-0 win. Goal scorer Castro in the 65th minute. So that was a 1-0 victory for Uruguay, and that would then set up a head-to-head with them and Romania, and the winner of the match between Uruguay and Romania would go through to the semi-finals. Uruguay met Romania 3 days after the 18th of July and defeated them comfortable 4-0. All goals were scored in the first half. Dorado opened the scoring for Uruguay early on. Another goal from Scarone, and Anselmo made it 3-0, and then finally a goal from Sia finished the scoring, and Uruguay were able to win. And with this win over Romania, they were able to reach the semi-finals of the very first World Cup, and making them the first hosts to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup as well. So, phenomenal win for the hosts. 5 goals in 2 matches as well. It's good for them. What this set up as also, they end up playing Yugoslavia at this stadium as well. I'll speak about that more when I reach the semi-final talks and all that. But yeah, really good win for them. For Uruguay, another good win for them. And you know, again, as hosts, that's what you want. You want to impress the crowd, your home crowd and all that, and getting 2 wins back to back, even though the Peru was a tough one. 1-0, tough win. First one, but the second one, a lot more comfortable for them. Alright then. And with that, obviously, knocked out both Romania and Peru, both went home. The trip's a lot longer for Romania than Peru. Yeah. Again, mention a little thing more about these groups, by the way. You know, Uruguay do end up winning this World Cup. I mean, there's no spoiler alert there, is there? You know, they do end up winning this World Cup later on. Not later on, you know, yeah. And they definitely were the most successful in this group, obviously winning the World Cup again 20 years later. So, good for them. Romania and Peru both don't reach another, well, Romania do compete in the next two, but then don't compete at World Cup till 1970. Just like Peru, funny enough, both nations, both Peru and Romania, same teams in Group 3 in the very first World Cup. Yeah, you know, Peru returns back to a World Cup. And then post-World War II as well, Romania returns to a World Cup in 1970 in Mexico. Consider the next World Cups in Mexico, maybe both of those two will qualify again. As it looks like, might as well talk about this because most of my other videos are about the qualifying matches of the World Cup. Uruguay are in a brilliant position right now. Second in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers. Looks like they will qualify for another World Cup. You know, despite losing quite a lot of players because of that issue with Colombia during the Copa America semi-finals last year. Still, they had a couple of rough results. Failed to score a goal, but funny enough, when they played Colombia again, they was able to win. That was a good game too. But yeah, they look like in a good position. Peru, on the other hand, no, they're on the opposite side of the table. I can't see them getting to the World Cup by qualifying in the top 6. If they do qualify, it'd be probably because of that player's position in 7th, and then it might be even tougher for them. And finally, Romania. Romania had a really good Euros. Was really surprised about them, but they had a good Euros. Absolutely forgot what group they're in because I did another video about the groups because I did one on the UEFA Cup, the UEFA draw, World Cup qualifiers draw. So they're in a good place, I guess, going forward as a nation when it comes to football. Because I mentioned they had a great Euros. One of the really best teams out there. I think they might be in the same group as Austria. And again, Austria were pretty good. So yeah, they probably are in that same group. Yeah, definitely Romania's definitely one to look out for. I feel they probably will qualify. If they got a decent enough group, they will qualify for another World Cup. I think it's been a little while for them. So yeah. Anyway, this is group 2. So group 3. I'm butchering the groups. My group 3 video and that. Damn, it's hot today. But yeah, this is good. This is a good one. I'm gonna probably head to the beach now and do a little summary of the last 3 groups. Tomorrow, I'm gonna finish off the whole group stages of the 1930 World Cup by discussing the final group. That's Group 4, which the USA, Belgium, and Paraguay were all in. So I will discuss that group again. I would have one final trip to the Grand Parque Central. One final trip there. So that'd be fun as well. Anyway, that's me gone. Thanks for watching, listening. I appreciate it, and bye.